God, no. No, it's locked! I can't believe this! Hey, up there! Hello? Can you let us out of here? Hello? That's it! See if the crank still works. Come on, Gordon, crank that thing! Great! Okay, let's get to the train yard before the Citadel blows.
Restore their dominion, as they certainly shall.
Finally, fresh air.
Since this is, in fact, the first opportunity we have had
Strider's
to
really
see
tore the
the
hell out of this
baleful
place.
influence of the Combine, there is much ground to cover. And in fact, I hope to institute a series of useful...
I've never been happier to see Dr. Kleiner.
However, for now we will have to content ourselves with some relatively meager exposition. That has repercussions.
They're looking for something. Probably us.
I believe that all Combine forces...
From the rooftops. Light 'em up! I was hoping we'd get a bit farther before they noticed us again.
That's how you do it.
Good job sealing the burrows. Get back! I'll cover the street while you figure this out. Nicely done. Let's head upstairs. There's no telling how much time we have left. It can't be that much farther to the train station. Nice toss, Gordon. That sniper almost took my head off. Let me climb up and take a look at what we're walking into. Uh-oh. They've got the street fortified up ahead. You run point, okay? I'll cover you from up here till you reach the far end. When the coast is clear, I'll catch up. Okay, looks like I can get that ladder down to you. Let me shoot out the latch. I might be a little rusty with this rifle. Ha! Nope, guess I'm not. Knock them over, Gordon. Looks like we're gonna have to slug our way through here. The longer we take finding the train station, the more dangerous it gets. Phew. Glad that's over. Oh, God. Looks like the reactor's back on track for a meltdown. That transmission's going out after all. Oh! I'd like to find another way around these buildings, but we really don't have time. Okay, let's... Combine regulations. What's that beeping sound? Get away from the doors! From the rooftop! There you are. I thought you might have forgotten about me. Uh-oh. Here we go again. Get back! Dr. Freeman, I'm coming with you.
Hey, over here!
What are you still doing here? Everyone should clear out of the city.
The Combine's not making it easy. We're trying to get enough people together to force our way through to the train station. People are meeting up in a safe house nearby.
Can you take us there?
You bet. Let's go. This way.
I don't think this war is ever gonna end.
Hey, it's me. Open the door.
What's the password?
I'm not even gonna tell you to shut up.
Come on in.
Previously, certain protein chains important to the process of embryonic development
You're
were
Kleiner's
selectively
daughter, right?
prevented from forming.
No. My
This
dad's a
is no
desperate
longer
cousin.
the case. For those so inclined, now would be an excellent time for procreation. Which is to say, in layman's terms,
is
you
Dr.
should give
Kleiner
serious
really
consideration
telling everyone
to doing
to
your part for the revival of the
get busy?
species. We must make the most of the time we have, as it is by no means certain how much time we have.
You're right. We don't have time to watch TV.
I don't dream anymore.
Let's find another way up.
Gordon! Alyx? I don't believe it. How the hell did you get out of the Citadel?
We're not exactly sure. All I know is the Vortigaunts had something to do with it. But what about you, Barney?
I'm doing okay, just going crazy trying to...
Found us!
Aw, hell, Gordon? Were you followed again?
We stole some information from the Citadel on our way out. I don't know what it is yet, but it's important enough that they've been hounding us the whole way here.
Well, that puts the pressure on. Look, we gotta get moving. You guys know about the evacuation trains, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we've been planning to make a push on the train station. Now it looks like we're gonna have to cut a path through every chicken ship Metro cop who's having second thoughts about defending City 17.
If Gordon and I took a separate route, we could draw the Combine away from you. That'd give you a chance to get the trains filled up before we get there.
Really? Well, if you say so. Now, come here, look over here. Okay, across this bridge, over the rooftops, is a safe path to the station. You two head that way. I'll hit the streets and round up everyone who's been waiting. We'll meet you there.
Sounds good. Let's go.
Hey, Gordon, before you go, I was getting tired of carrying this around. Listen, I don't have many more of these, so try not to lose this one, okay? Go on across, Gordon. She's waiting for you. You lucky dog, you. See you at the station.
It's a gunship. Hey, a hospital. Keep an eye out for medical supplies. Jordan, you're a real terror. Think it's dead? Maybe you should whack it with a crowbar just in case. Oh, God, not again. So much for medical supplies. I found a shotgun. about leaving you alone down there, Gordon. I got a bit swamped. I see you did all right without me. Here they come. They're through the door. Got a grenade!
At any rate,
The train station.
first, as a matter of great urgency, if you find yourself...